Manhunt is a new Apple TV Plus series that focuses on the aftermath of the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. So today, let's see if the series is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Apple TV Plus. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. Part historical fiction, part conspiracy thriller, Edward Stanton delves into the aftermath of the first American presidential assassination and the fight to preserve and protect ideals that were the foundation of Lincoln's Reconstruction plans. So the series is based on the assassination of Abraham Lincoln and the aftermath of that, the country feeling divided, and the hunt for John Wilkes Booth. There is a build up to the assassination of Abraham Lincoln within that first episode. And episodes 2 through 7 are Edwin Stanton on the hunt for John Wilkes Booth. What the series does so well is that part of it does feel like a thriller where you have Edwin Stanton investigating the whereabouts of John Wilkes Booth. You're going over clues, interrogating people, but then also looking at how the assassination of Abraham Lincoln affected the country and people felt divided, and the plans that were in place during Abraham Lincoln's time as a president were starting to fall apart and things were being challenged. And so the series does a nice job of balancing that. It does feel like a thriller, but also looking at the political standpoint of it as well. Tobias Menzies plays Edwin Stanton, and he does a great job in here as a quiet, soft-spoken, but very confident man that was by Abraham Lincoln's side, and he's investigating the whereabouts of John Wilkes Booth. Despite having some health issues, he really put a lot of effort into trying to find John Wilkes Booth. We have John Wilkes Booth going on the run and him believing in what he did, assassinating Abraham Lincoln. People said that, hey, you should go to Mexico. He felt like he wasn't a symbol in Mexico. He was a symbol here where he assassinated Abraham Lincoln. So looking more in depth of some of the choices for John Wilkes Booth and kind of peeling back this character. They don't try to have us sympathize for John Wilkes Booth. They just show him as this petty man who had these opinions about Abraham Lincoln. But you have him on the run. You have the sense of urgency throughout the time that Edwin Stanton was looking for him. And it does feel like a thriller. It is really intense watching John Wilkes Booth on the run and then everybody kind of on his tail trying to find him. There's enough investigating, looking at clues, interrogating people, trying to get the right information. And it does feel like that thriller that moves very nice throughout. We have Abraham Lincoln in the first episode and looking at some of his Reconstruction plans and him going to the Ford Theater and then being assassinated. I thought with that first episode that we wouldn't get any more of Lincoln after that since he was killed in that first episode. But the show manages to weave in some past moments of Lincoln's life. If it's a few hours, weeks, or years before that assassination, the way that they do integrate it into the series, it never slows down the show. It only adds more depth to his assassination and his plans that he set in place during his time as president and how important they are moving forward after his death. But unfortunately, Hamish Linklater, who plays Abraham Lincoln, it does feel a little bit cartoony. The look is there, but there's no emotion to Abraham Lincoln. It feels very corny at times. Some of the voice that he does for Abraham Lincoln, it really does feel off. I didn't really buy into that he was Abraham Lincoln during those scenes, so it was hard to latch onto the moments of Hamish Linklater as Abraham Lincoln. And having Patton Oswalt in here as well, which I do like as an actor, it did feel like I was watching a parody at times with Patton Oswalt. I like him as an actor. I think he's really talented, but I do see comedy when I see Patton Oswalt. So my mind had to shift into, hey, this is not a comedy. This is a drama with Patton Oswalt in it. But I do like a lot of the performances in here. Anthony Boyle is really great as John Wilkes Booth. You do feel that pettiness from him, a lot of that anger, his opinions for Abraham Lincoln, very different than other people's opinions as well. But he stands for what he believes in the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, and that carries throughout the whole series. But I like how this series did manage to be a thriller for a lot of it, but also looking at the foundation of Abraham Lincoln's Reconstruction Plan and also the political standpoint of it as well. Who was more involved in leading John Wilkes Booth to assassinate the president? Diving a little bit deeper into that, had this really nice balance to make it a thrilling show, but also a really intriguing series as well that looked at the aftermath of Abraham Lincoln's death and how it did affect a lot of people. Pretty good series, 7 episodes. Each episode is about an hour long, so you're going to get a lot of time in between of John Wilkes Booth on the run, people trying to find him, but they do integrate a lot of the more dramatic side of Abraham Lincoln prior to his death, a couple of years to certain scenes, but it really does work. It never slows down the show. I just wish that maybe they chose a different actor for Abraham Lincoln, or go about it a little bit differently. But overall, Manhunt, I liked it for what it did offer, diving deeper into the political aspect of it all and having it feel like a thriller as well. So if you are on Apple TV Plus, go ahead and check it out. 7 episodes. Think it is worth your time. So before I give you my score for Manhunt on Apple TV Plus, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Manhunt a B. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Manhunt on Apple TV Plus. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.